Hi Fit Up friends, welcome back. Today we're making a meat lover's dream. So this is a recipe that my children love. My husband absolutely loves this. These are my meaty meatballs and I love to make it with a really nice serve of beautiful greens. So we've got some bok choy that we're going to throw in there. We're going to make a really nice yogurt sauce that you can use to dip it with. These are really yummy if you want to have friends over for dinner or you're having a party and you just want something to put on the table. You can make up these tiny little meaty meatballs. Pop some, what are they called? Sticks? Brain's not working. Toothpicks into them and use them as little dipsticks. So they're super yummy. I hide veggie in mine. So today we're using my little friend over here called Oscar. Oscar 2. He's great. He's big Oscar. Now Oscar's awesome. Because there's a lot of prep involved in this, I do suggest if you have a food prep machine, you may as well use it for this one. It's really good. A lot of our time is going to go into rolling out the meatballs and then just cooking them down in batches until they're ready. So I'm going to just move this over to the side a little bit. I'll start prepping up the veggies and we'll give it a great go and see how they come out, and hopefully they taste delicious. This is actually what we're going to have for dinner tonight in our house, so I'm glad I'm making this one for you today. Really quickly before we get started, base is mince, so you can use a chicken mince, you can use a beef mince, a lamb mince. Turkey mince is really yummy for these if you're really watching your calories. And I bulk that out with a little bit of hidden veg, so we put some zucchini through that. We're going to put some garlic, some onion, some chili. My herb of choice this week is going to be coriander. For the coriander haters, use basil. Basil's also really nice in this. And then the side that we're going to prep, we're going to have some beautiful veggies. So we'll have the bok choy, we'll have some baby spinach, we'll have the baby broccolini, and we're just going to steam those up. And we'll make that beautiful dipping sauce and it will just be fabulous. So I'm going to get started. What we're going to do first is we're going to take our little lid off Oscar. This is how easy the prep's going to be for this. So you want to get all of the ingredients in here that are going to be munched up with your mince. So for me, that's half of my baby spinach, because I like to hide that from some of the kids. Half my coriander's going in. The mince is going to go in there shortly too. I'm just going to move these veggies out of the way because they're going to be what we're going to use after. Some more coriander. Okay, this guy's going in. And you can just roughly chop all this stuff to get it in there, because then Oscar will do the rest. And we're literally going to blend this stuff into a fine paste. It's going to actually blend up into a fine paste using the mince. And then those mince balls are going to be really nice. Now, you would have heard me say in a few of my other videos that one of my children is celiac. So I actually use almond meal in these instead of flour, just to, make sure that it's all going to bind together well. Chuck in 1 egg. And we're just going to go with a standard white onion for this one. I do have a rubbish bin down here. I'm not actually throwing stuff on the floor, just so you know. Again, you don't have to worry too much about chopping, just kind of give it a big smash because the mix is going to do the majority of it. I'm also putting in probably a half a chili because not everybody in my house loves chili as much as I do. It's up to you. I prefer to use fresh ingredients. If you wish to use a chili paste, if you wish to use maybe ground chili, you can do that as well. I just kind of like using fresh produce, as you all know by now. All right, we're also going to chuck in a couple of cloves of garlic in here too. If I can get that broken open. Skin off. Another thing I serve this with if I'm not doing a yogurt sauce is our aioli. And you can find the link to the aioli down the bottom. If you're on YouTube watching this, you can find it down the bottom. If you're on Instagram watching this, you can go up to our bio And in the bio, you'll find a link to our YouTube channel. While you're there, don't forget to subscribe, of course. So we get all of that stuff into Oscar, and then we turn them on. We'll get this ground up first. If I can get my lid back on. This way. This is going to get a bit loud. All right, I'm just going to scrape down the sides just a little bit with my scraper. Just going to put a drizzle of olive oil in there. Oh man, that smells yummy just on its own. Oh wow, that's actually just amazing on its own. It's given me a fantastic idea of actually doing some little vegetarian balls as well. You could literally do that with that. Just add some almond meal into it and smash those out. That'd be beautiful. All right, now we're gonna add the mince into that. Just chop it up roughly. And then just chuck it straight in. And then we're gonna blend all that together as well. All right, here we go, one more time. I'm just going to scrape down the sides because I do not like wasting anything. I'm just going to scrape down the sides. You can see that it's all coming together really nicely now. I actually don't add in any flour or, in this case, our almond meal just yet. I wait till I'm actually rolling them out because I don't like them to go too dry. So I'm just going to give it one more mix up, then we're going to flip it out and we're going to start rolling up those meatballs. Thank you, Oscar. You have done your job well. We have a beautiful meat mixture here. Just going to move those off to the side a little bit. And you see. Okay, thanks Oscar, you did a great job. Now all we've got to do is take them out and you're going to see what a nice bunch of mince we've got here. Let's pop that aside. So we've got a great big mushy bunch of mince with all of our goodness in it. It's a little moist, so this is now where I'm going to add the almond meal before we start rolling these balls out. But you can see here, look how beautiful that is. There's nothing artificial about this, guys. There's no preservatives. There's just nothing in this apart from your goodness that you've put in yourself. So we're going to just sprinkle out a little bit of almond meal onto the bench top, and then we're going to fold it into our meat. And then we're going to roll these balls out. So you can make them whatever size you want. There's no right or wrong way with this. By the way, I just use the almond meal that I get from Aldi. So it's nice, it's well priced, does the job. So just rolling that almond meal into this until I can feel the consistency that I want. Kind of want the mince to stay together as you're rolling it. See, it still comes apart quite a bit, so I might just add a little bit more. Okie dokes. That's going to be great. You can also change this up and you can make yourself some koftas. So if you don't want meatballs and you want to maybe do bits on a stick or have some fun party ideas, you know, break them off, roll them into meatballs, into your kofta size, and you can make koftas out of those, and they're absolutely delicious as well when you're thinking about having bite-sized bits and pieces for a party. But tonight we're having this for dinner, so I'm going to get this plate that I pre-organised earlier. We're going to start rolling out some meatballs. And I'll probably zoom through this footage because the last thing you want to do is to stand here and watch me for 20 minutes rolling out meatballs. Oh wait, you may ask what the feta's for. The feta's actually for this. So I crumble up the feta and it's pretty cool. I like this idea. Some people use normal cheese. I kind of like feta a lot. So I make my little patty and I just get a couple of little bits of feta, I put it into the middle and I roll up my ball. Okay? And when you cook those, they've got nice little bits of feta in the middle. So just enough in the palm of your hand, flatten it out, use a little bit of your almond meal so it's not too sticky. Grab a little bit of feta, just pop it in the middle and a nice little tasty salty ball of explosion. And then we will just keep doing that. Yeah, that sounded a little bit wrong. Anyway, my camera guys are laughing, so I must have not said something that was kind of PC. So anyway, we shall move on from that and we continue just to roll out these balls. Guys, these meatballs, you're gonna die for these. They are amazing. There's so much flavor packed into these. My kids love them, partially because they actually don't know what's in them. If they knew how many veggies were in there, they probably wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot barge pole. But they are delicious. You're gonna love them. We don't need much feta in the middle of these, guys. You only need a tiny bit. Because the idea is that when you cut into a meatball, well, if you're gonna be using a knife and fork, or if you're putting them on a little bits on a stick, that when you bite into it, you just get that nice, oozy bit of salty cheese, you know, that kind of just drops into your mouth. It's just delicious. And people will never expect it. They just think they're about to eat a chunky meatball and then all of a sudden they get this really nice whack of flavor, salty flavor. It's yum. So we just keep going and just keep rolling. When I'm doing these meatballs, all I think about is Nemo. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. But I'm just keep rolling, just keep rolling. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna get roller's cramp. Is that not PC again? PG. Something wrong with you guys. These just smell delicious, even raw. Raw. Sometimes if I get to the point that I've actually made like so many meatballs, I actually will make a couple of meat patties for my husband for his lunch for the next day. And they're super yummy too. So I've had a few questions about weight loss. You know, it's been really great because a lot of you guys have been really interactive. And I actually really like that because you kind of feel like you want to be making a difference. You kind of feel like you want to be making a difference and not just standing here cooking for everybody, but actually sharing a bit of story and a bit of the why, you know, about who you are, why you do what you do. We have a little saying in our family, we want to know who you are before what you can do. You know, it's really important to know somebody as a person. And for those of you that might just be joining and you haven't watched all the rest of our videos and you don't know the story behind why we do what we do, I created this channel because for me, I'm a survivor. I was given a 12-month almost death sentence and told if I didn't drastically get my health back, that I probably wouldn't survive another 12 months. So I took all the advice from my doctors, my surgeon, my neurologist, and they all suggested that I have weight loss surgery so that I could rapidly lose weight and help correct some of the functioning issues that I was having within my brain. So I did that, and so far, as of today, I'm just shy of 40 kilos down. Clap, clap. Yes, I know, it's bloody awesome. And I'm really excited about what my future holds. But part of all of that was that when I first started reintroducing food back in, there was a real issue for me because everything I was going on and finding online was really not appealing. And for anybody that has the surgery, they haven't had it because they don't enjoy food. They've had it because they have an addiction with food and they've got to a size or a weight that's unhealthy and not sustainable because you will die. So I was online trying to find recipes of new ways to cook, and all I kept finding was these little portion control plates with slop, really, just yuckiness on plates. And I was like, food's life. I need to be able to continue to eat and enjoy that. And one of the things my husband, my children, myself, we all love doing is we love to entertain. We love to have people in our home. It came about that I thought maybe it's what I'm good at and I should share what I'm doing. And a lot of my friends who have also taken on this journey, they would have a look at my food and they'd go, how are you eating that? But they think that just because you've had the weight loss surgery, it doesn't mean that you can eat great food, nice food. This is nice food, guys. This isn't yucky food. This is delicious, it's healthy, it's clean. There's nothing in it that you can't have. Everything in moderation is what I say. So anyway, if you look down the bottom corner, you're gonna see a before and after picture of me. That was where I was at, and that's where I am at now. In saying all that, our meatballs are prepped. My hands are filthy, disgusting. Actually, they look like they've had a makeover because they're super smooth in the middle from where they've been rubbing against the mince. I'm gonna wash my hands, I'm gonna clean up this mess, and I'm gonna meet you over by the stove top, and we are going to cook these meatballs. We're taste testing. Cameraman, taste testing. Have a taste. Nice. Cooked.
Mwah.
Yummy, fettery, lemony, garlicky, oh, spinachy goodness in these meatballs. They just look and smell delicious. All right, we're gonna plate this up, but first of all, we have to make our dipping sauce, our delicious dipping sauce. So I'm just gonna use our little guy Oscar again for this one. So this is super duper simple. Get yourself some Greek yogurt. Depends how much you wanna make. I'll probably make enough because, like I said, we're having this for dinner tonight. So I'm gonna go about a cup of Greek yogurt in mine. My mouth is watering. The smell of these incredible meatballs, which we're gonna sit down and have a couple for lunch and save the rest to have family for dinner tonight. I do it skin and all. Some people like to take the skin off. I don't think why. Why should you do that? Why should you waste it? I'm also gonna throw a little bit of feta in here because I like the salty taste of the feta. It just overcombats some of the yogurt that goes in. So throw the remainder of my feta in there. That just squirted me in the face. All right, half a lemon goes into that. I like coriander today, so coriander's my herb of choice. So we're going coriander in there. Let's dry my hands off. And that's it. And we're gonna blend that up to a nice sauce. And I'm going to turn Oscar on at the wall so he works. All right, we'll have a look at that. And just scrape down the sides. Oh wow, that just looks delicious. Okay, we're going to have a quick taste of that just to make sure that we have all the flavors right. So, oh, that is incredible. I cannot wait to dip my balls into that and eat it. Delicious. Can I just do one now? Can I? Okay, I'm gonna do one now. Let me get another spoon out. And, oh, I actually can't wait. Just give me a little one. Oh, who cares? I'm just gonna make a mess. And I'm gonna pour it all over the top. Oh my goodness. You guys, you have to make this. Incredible, delicious. Funny thing is now, I could probably only eat 2 more of those and my lunch is done, so I've just ruined sitting down and eating a meal. I'm gonna plate this up. You guys can have a look at how that looks. Excuse me talking and chewing at the same time. Just grab my tongs. I'm doing it like this today because I really want to show you what the portion control and sizings looks like for me as a bariatric patient. So this plate here would be my husband's, and you can see he's got 3 or 4 pieces of broccolini on there. I would love to be able to eat that much broccolini. However, I can't, but I do definitely, I will eat one. I won't actually get the stalk in, unfortunately. It's a bit fibrous for me and I can't get that down properly yet. Bok choy, I'm definitely going to give myself a couple of bits of that because I like these superfood greens. I love that the fact that they're bulked out with all of that deliciousness. Craig's lucky he gets the remainder of it. And for me, I just ate a meatball, so I'll take a couple of those. And just so you know, I actually won't get through all of that. I will get through probably the 2 meatballs, a few mouthfuls of the broccolini, and quite possibly some of the bok choy. But I'm actually okay with that, so it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's how much my body takes on board now. But I'm showing you this for a reason because it doesn't mean that you can't eat beautiful, fresh, clean meals that you prepare for yourself and your family at home. You can still do that. You can absolutely still do that. So you can see here, deliciousness. We can just go straight in. I'd probably do this for myself and just drizzle my sauce all over the top. I'll leave Craig's, he can do his on his own. The other thing I'm gonna do is just sprinkle a few little pine nuts over the top. And we're away laughing. There you go, Fed Up fam, you've got it. Our superfood greens with our beautiful meaty meatballs and this gorgeous dipping yogurt sauce. There's no reason you can't have weight loss without taste loss. So this is beautiful. Go get the ingredients, make it. Don't forget to tell me how it goes. I love it when you come back to me. I love it when you tell me how it went. I love it how you sneak veggies in for the kids and they've got no flipping idea. So go get that made. Let me know how you go. I can't wait to see you all next time for our next lot of recipes that we've got coming up. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Peace, see you next week.